Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 10About Town podcast. I'm Brittany Bailey. We're going to first talk about the Knoxville Smokies today, keeping the fun going this summer at Covenant Health Park. And Amanda Rich with the Smokies is joining us now to talk more about that. Always a fun time, second year in the new ballpark. So how are things going? We got to ask.
Yeah, things are going great. We're having a ton of fun. We're almost halfway through our season. So 50% of the season's gone to come see us, but we're having a blast and we're playing some pretty decent baseball.
Well, we're going to talk about that. Let's talk about some of the other events that are happening at the park as well, including Kidderific.
Yes, so tomorrow we have our Kidderific event from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's a free event to the public, so bring the kids out. There's going to be a bunch of hands-on activities, interactive activities, plus the mascots will definitely be there.
And yet, when we're talking the mascots, who are we talking about?
We've got, of course, Knox, everyone's favorite, and then Jackson, definitely that comes with Knox, and then, of course, our classic Smokey Joe will be there as well.
Wait, are Jackson and Smokey Joe going to be upset that you said Knox is everyone's favorite?
Maybe a little bit. Definitely Smokey Joe will, for sure.
Well, this is true. I've met Smokey Joe. You're right about that. And so what else can kids do at this event?
Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of activities. We'll have some plaza activities going afterwards, too. So the splash pad, which is brand new for us, we just opened that about a week ago. So we'll have water activities and just hands-on activities to get out and go play over the summer.
Just a really fun place. And that is, what we've talked about. That was the goal, partly in opening Covenant Health Park, is to be a real place to invite in the community and to be a community spot and to celebrate our community. And you can do that by stopping by, right?
Yes, absolutely. We'll have the front plaza rocking. We'll be rocking inside. And plus, all our storefronts are starting to open, which is super exciting.
Because we want to remind people it is open to the public on certain hours, right?
Yes, absolutely. On non-event and non-game days from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., our gates are open. So you can come in, walk around, check out the ballpark, have lunch. It's a great lunch spot.
Oh, that's a great idea. And speaking of, 2 new restaurants are now open there. Let's talk about them.
Yes, yeah. We just opened yesterday, ribbon cutting for Jackie's Dreams. So great food, soul food, opened the doors there. And a little bit ago, we had Iron Forge Brewing Company that also opened. We did a live pregame show from there. The food's amazing. The service has been great. And it's been a lot of fun welcoming Jackie in just starting yesterday.
And so what else is on the horizon for the ballpark? I mean, those 2 restaurants, anything else getting close to opening or starting?
Yes, definitely. I'm really looking forward for Disco Chicken and Donuts. That should be coming soon. We have ice cream that will be coming soon as well, so perfect for these hot summer days. And then there's going to be a cantina that will be opening soon as well, so looking forward to that.
Well, now you're speaking my language. That sounds great. So just all this new stuff happening. I guess we should talk about baseball.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, how are the Smokies doing right now?
Yeah, Smokies are doing great. We're half a game out of first, so we're gunning down Chattanooga, trying to take that first place spot in the first half. But we're performing right at 500, and it's been really entertaining. We had a game last weekend with 6 home runs in one game, so we're hitting them out of the park, and we're having a blast.
Literally hitting them out of the park and having a blast. And so you guys always have really fun theme nights as well. Talk about some of the ones that are coming up.
Yes, we've got Country Night coming up, which I'm super excited for. So get your boots, bring out your hats. We're going to have a hat giveaway for that so everybody can match. And it'll be a boot, scoot, and boogie at the ballpark. So we're looking forward to that. Plus, we have our Father's Day celebration on June 21st. So perfect day to bring Dad out, celebrate him. Lots of activities and just games around Dad and bring in the kids out. We'll have catch on the field, post-game kids run the bases with Dad, and a lot of fun things planned.
And I think, you guys do a great job of making this sort of a full experience. I mean, for people who maybe have not been to a game before, can you kind of describe the extras, so to speak? You're not just coming down and seeing people hit the baseball and catch it. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's the game. That's the point. But there's so much else that goes into it.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely encourage fans to show up early because we're constantly doing activities in the plaza now that we're able to activate out there. So live music, games, activities. We've had a few celebrity appearances, some characters. So show up early to take all that in. And then once you enter the ballpark, whether it's on the concourse or those activities on the dugout, on the field, we're really trying to really bring those theme nights and submerge you into that atmosphere. So if it's Knox Vegas night, everything's going to be glitz and glam and high roller. And then, like this last weekend for the kids for the summer kickoff, it was beach themed and pool party everywhere because summer vacation's now on the schedule. So really just from the moment you walk in to when you leave, everything's just kind of taking over with that theme or that promotion to really make it just hit it home, I guess.
Well, let's talk about some logistics as well for people who want to come out to the ballpark. And, how it ranges as far as price and tickets from this seat to sort of, the experiences where you can have food to go along with it, right? Or drinks and service at the table. So talk about all the different ways you could experience the game.
Absolutely. So you can come in and purchase a standing room only ticket and just roam around. Word on the street is the Medela watering hole is the perfect spot and a great standing room ticket. Plus we have our premium picnic venue, so you can get your food included. We have a really good deal we run on Tuesday for Taco Tuesday and also all you can eat Wednesdays. If you buy your ticket in advance, you have all you can eat food for $19.99 plus your game ticket. So it's a deal on Taco Tuesday. You've got the full taco bar, chicken, beef tacos, all the toppings. And all you can eat Wednesday is a really classic ballpark meal. Burgers, dogs, brats, beans, all the classics there, mac and cheese. So really great deal there to get your food included. Plus, if you are really there for the baseball, those mesh comfortable seats behind home plate, probably the best view of the ballpark, best view of the baseball, and the most comfortable. Those mesh backings are great.
And then finally here, advice for people who maybe, don't spend a lot of time downtown in the old city. Parking and getting there and feeling like they know where they're supposed to go.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a few parking lots that are available, first come, first serve, roughly $10 for the day for parking right next to the stadium. Plus, we also have shuttles that will run from the State and Langley parking garages. So you can even park closer downtown and shuttle over and hang out with us. Definitely encourage fans to take in the old city before you come to a game. There's great food, great shopping, and then we're just right down the street, so it's an easy walk.
Is there anything we've forgotten to talk about that's upcoming, an event you wanted to mention?
I don't think so. We've got a sliding into summer pack that's out now, right? Perfect time for summer vacations. You can get 12 undated tickets for $189, and you can come and any game you want to come to this season, 12 tickets for a really great price.
And then just finally, where can people go to get more information? Because we've talked about a lot.
Yes, head to smokiesbaseball.com and all of our social media channels. All of our information will be out there.
All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and talking about all the fun happening with the Smokies. All right. Well, if you want to have more fun, maybe staying inside a little cool, well, let's talk about some of the flicks being shown at the Tennessee Theater. Beat the heat and catch a flick this Sunday at the Tennessee Theater. The theater is bringing back the summer movie magic with 2 showings on June 14th. First up is at 2 p.m. with a showing of the iconic film The Wizard of Oz. Then at 6, you can see the Mel Brooks classic Spaceballs. Tickets are $15. It is general admission. You can visit the Tennessee Theater website for more information. There are plenty of fun events coming to Farragut this summer. So Rachel Malone with the town of Farragut is joining us now to talk more about all of these events. So many, you had to bring a list to keep them all in order and track of them.
Yes, have a lot happening. Yeah.
Well, I think let's first talk about this. For people who maybe don't know much about Farragut, you're your own town. You're not just a little part of West Knox County.
Correct. Yeah, we are in Knox County, but we are our own town, our own entity. So we have our own government. We have our own Parks and Rec department, which is who I'm representing. And so we have a lot of stuff happening that people might not know about.
And I think one of the first things coming up, a bluegrass concert, right?
Yes. So this Saturday, June 13th at Mayor Ralph McGill Plaza, we have the Red, White, and Bluegrass concert. So all the events we have happening this summer, you'll see a trend because it is America 250 this year. So we have a lot happening related to that. And so that is this Saturday. We'll have a kid zone. There's food trucks. Bring a blanket, bring a chair, come and listen. We have 3 bands lined up. It is the Bread Losers, Brand New Box of Matches, and the True Blue Band. It's a great community event, just a good time to come out and hang out on the lawn there.
And what are sort of the hours for this? This is kind of a day-long thing?
Yeah, no, so it's that evening. It's from 6 to 9 p.m.
Oh, gotcha.
So dinner time. Don't worry about dinner. Just come and eat at the food trucks, hang out. It'll be great. Yeah.
And I love that we're getting to the time of year where you can hang out in the evening and have these outdoor events. We're ready for that, right?
So ready.
Okay. And so you mentioned, let's just go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're celebrating America's 250th birthday this year. So you're doing a lot of things tied into that.
Yeah. So we have a museum in Farragut, in our town hall. It's the Farragut Museum, and she has planned a ton of great events related to that. So on Tuesday, June 23rd, we are having what's called a history hour. So she does those pretty regularly, but it's the first 6 presidents presentation. So Dr. Tim Holder, he's an author, podcaster. He's going to come and talk about the first 6 presidents that we had in the United States. So I think that would be great for any kids that are out of school to come to, any history buffs, any wannabe history buffs, to come to the town hall at 11 a.m. that Tuesday and listen to that. And then we have our Independence Day Parade, which is the biggest event in Farragut. This is the 38th year of it.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been going a really long time. It is Saturday, July 4th. It starts at 9:30 on Kingston Pike by Linden Welch Way, so right across from Super Chicks, Biddle Farms, that area, and it goes down Kingston Pike to Boring Road, which is where the old Ingalls site is. That's a favorite. Everybody loves that event. Come out early to get your spots. We have some fun stuff planned for it being the 250, and that's just one of our favorite events.
Okay, are these surprises, or can you reveal some of these fun things planned?
We always have the helicopters fly over. There might be other things, but
more things flying over in the sky.
Potentially.
Potentially. And what you said this has been going on now. It's going to be 38 years. What makes this parade in particular so special for you guys?
It just feels so. We close Kingston Pike, which first of all is a big deal, right?
How do you even do that, right?
You have to talk to the state. Yeah, it's a huge thing, and so it just feels very small town. Like you see your friends walking the parade because any organization can sign up for it. Although we are full for this year, and so anyone can sign up for it. They walk down, they hand out candy. It's just like small town parade. It's super fun.
It's kind of those little visions of
Americana. Nostalgic. Still, yes, right? Exactly. And we are doing awards this year for decorated floats. So expect big on the decorations this year.
And I mean, about how you said you're full up, about how many different organizations are involved.
We take 90.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a bigger parade. So bring some snacks, bring some water. It's usually hot. But yeah, it's a ton of fun. Everybody loves it.
And so that's going to be the 4th of July.
Yes.
And so what happens after that? What else do you have coming up?
So then we have another museum event. So Thursday, July 8th is the National Reading of Declaration of Independence. So it was first read 1776, July 8th. And so all across the country that day, people, organizations are reading the Declaration of Independence out loud. So we were doing that at Town Hall at 6 o'clock. But Admiral Farragut, who our town is named after, he was the first admiral in the Navy, his birthday is July 5th. So we're combining that, and we are having a birthday party for Admiral Farragut after we read the Declaration of Independence that Thursday, July 8th. Which means cupcakes. So,
of course.
So come listen to the Declaration of Independence and then come inside Town Hall and eat cupcakes to celebrate his birthday.
Do you think they had cupcakes back then?
I hope so, but I don't think so.
Yeah. This is a special Farragut twist on the history.
Yes.
I mean, and not to put you on the spot here, but you mentioned Admiral Farragut. The town is named after. For people who don't know, can you give us a little history about him?
So he was born, it's David Glasgow Farragut. He was born.
Oh, sorry. Dare I say, of course you know.
Go to the museum, learn all about him. But he was born near Farragut, and so his rise to fame was he was the first admiral in the Navy. So that's a rank that you can get in the Navy. He was the very first one. And so that's who we're named after. That's why the Farragut is admirals. So you'll see anchors everywhere in Farragut. That's kind of what we have hung on to, which it's really neat. So the museum has a whole exhibit on him and the history. We have some of his things. It's a really cool claim to fame for our town.
Well, we've already talked about a bunch of really big events that I'm sure require a lot of planning. Anything else we should know about?
Of course.
Let's keep going.
So July is National Parks and Recreation Month, near and dear to my heart. And so the past few years we've done Party in the Park, kind of as a celebration for the end of summer. The kids go back to school a few weeks after it, but it is Friday, July 24th from 6 to 8 p.m. at McPhee Park, specifically up at the splash pad. So we'll have food trucks, music, crafts. We did a water fight last year. That was so much fun. The parents joined in. Oh. I hope they do this year. And so that is that Friday, July 24th, Party in the Park.
And you said that's kind of end of summer?
It is, which is crazy to talk about. But I mean, we're planning it already. It'll be here before we know it. So.
And then is that sort of the end of your events, or you have anything after that you want to mention?
We have a few things in August. There is another summer outdoor concert on August 15th. It's a yacht rock concert.
Oh, yes. So popular these days.
So kind of the same vibe as the bluegrass concert. Food trucks, bring a blanket, bring a chair. We'll have stuff for the kiddos. So bring them as well. It's from 5 to 8 also at the plaza. And then another one of our annual favorites is on August 22nd. It is Fun with Farragut's Fleet, because we love alliteration. Yeah. But basically it's a touch a truck event, right? So our crew, our parks maintenance and public works bring out all their big cool trucks. We partner with Knox County sheriffs. They bring all of their motorcycles and police cars, and we have a fire truck from Rural Metro. all of that, we fill up Mayor Bob Leonard Park out on Watt Road, and the kids can come and get inside and meet the people who operate those vehicles. And new this year for the first hour, so from 8:30 to 9:30, it's going to be a sensory hour. So no flashing lights, no horns. Be great for any little ones or those who have just some different sensory needs. But at 9:30, all bets are off. So because the kids love to honk the horns. So that is Saturday, August 22nd.
You know, I got to say, going back to the yacht rot, I hope that you guys are tying in Admiral Farragut and water and yachts. And I mean, that really,
there's an
theme,
opportunity
right?
there. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, if people want to find out more about all of these events, where can they go?
Townoffarragut.org has everything.
Very easy.
Yes.
And easy to find, hopefully, on there.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much. Anything else?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
We got it all in.
We did.
All right. A fun summer plan in the town of Farragut.
Yes,
right,
thank you so much.
Yes. Well, also coming up this weekend, a number of Knoxville businesses will be welcoming people who have a passion for reading. For many readers, nothing beats a good book to read during the summer, and this weekend, there's a huge block party to celebrate. The Knox Social Club will host a summer book fair and market June 13th. Knox Social Club works with local businesses and other organizations to get people out of their houses and into society for socializing and fun. The Summer Book Fest is set for the 13th, and a variety of businesses, including Crafty Bastard Brewery, Barrel House by Gypsy Circus, Zool Beer Company, all will be included and will feature more than 100 authors, vendors, and local businesses. There also will be a block party pre-party on June 12th at Sassy Ann's. Some events do require tickets, so go to Visit Knoxville to learn more. What better way to spend a Saturday than with some hops in the hills? And that is exactly what is happening and coming up in downtown Maryville. And Jeff Muir with the Blunt Partnership is joining us now to talk more about this. A very fun event. People love this. So let's talk about Hops in the Hills.
Yeah, exactly. Hops in the Hills. It's one of the fun events that we look forward to every year. It's our annual craft beer festival. It's a great time just to come out and enjoy downtown Maryville from that perspective. But it's a lot of fun, and we've added a few new wrinkles to it this year to make it more exciting. It's usually just kind of been a beer and food and music festival. We've added a few more interesting games, as we like to talk about.
Well, we liked it. We must talk about those. What are these interesting games?
So we've added a new element called the Beer Olympics, and so we had the Winter Olympics earlier this year, and Summer Olympics are coming up in the next couple of years. But in addition to enjoying music and the bands and obviously the craft beer, we've got some feats of strength, stamina, and speed. So to kind of go along with things here. So one of the first things we're doing is the first event is called Hold My Beer, and so we'll have about 20 contestants out there holding a stein of beer in their hand, and the last one standing with holding that beer wins a nice valuable prize. Not quite sure what the prize closet has in store for that. But then there's also a beer relay race. So I'm going to use our popular red Solo cups to keep things moving along. But you got a tray. You put your beer in your red Solo cup, and you have a relay to try to fill up your pitcher of beer at the other end. And so that'll be a lot of fun. And then our feat of strength is actually deadlifting kegs. See how many deadlifts you can do in 30 seconds with a keg of beer. So we're looking for people with strength, speed, and maybe a little bit of bulk to help get the stamina going.
None of these events sound like they're for me. I want to sip and listen to music, which I'm sure people can do. And speaking of the music, do we have some fun bands, or what kind of music can people hear?
Yeah, we've got a band coming. They're called Robbing Reality. They've got a few solo self-titled albums out from Nashville, so they're coming over here. They actually played at Tri-Hop Brewery, which is one of our sponsors, along with Bracken's. They've actually played in Maryville in recent weeks, and so we brought them back to play this festival as well. So we've got the live music with them, and we've got over 32 craft beer vendors regionally. Got a couple from Nashville, one from Chattanooga, but it's really fun to see how much the craft beer has grown in this area. Asheville was always kind of at the forefront of craft beer brewing, and that kind of superseded. It came from west out in Oregon, and Asheville kind of took it over. But here in East Tennessee, it's been really fun to see how the craft beer industry has grown in this area. So we're excited to have a number of ones. Obviously, Tri-Hop Soiree is in Maryville. Zool, just right down the road here a little ways, Yeehaw Brewing, and Peaceful Side Brewing. They're one of our vendors down in Blount County. Maryville College, they have their own tourism and hospitality program, and then part of that, they have their own brewery center. It's located in downtown Maryville, where they brew and ferment the beer and try to teach those concepts to students as well. And Black Abbey, Yazoo, and Dry Dog, just to name a few. But yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. And one of the things that's really unique about this, and maybe it is at other craft beer festivals too, but we really encourage people that either do home brewing or just curious about it, is these vendors are really happy to talk about their product. They may not give away any trade secrets, but people that are interested in craft brewing and how the process is, or how you come up with your different mixtures or flavors. You know, I'm more of a sweet person. I like more sweeter, the berry taste. I'm not more of a, I tend to shy away from the bitter beers, but you know, it's really neat to visit with them. It's like, well, how do you get this flavor to make it be more palatable than other flavors? And so I really enjoy that, just visiting with the brewers about what and how they do the process.
Well, with so many there, you'll have plenty of people to talk to. And for people who maybe haven't been to a beer festival or this specific one, how does it work, you know, when it comes to getting in, what your ticket will get you, and how you sort of go visit these different vendors?
Yeah, absolutely. So tickets are available at hopsinthehills.com. We have a $75 ticket that covers, you get a T-shirt, you get a little shot glass, a little sample cup. It's bigger than a shot glass. A little sample cup, and you have access to food and drink, other drinks available, soft drinks, water, and just enjoy the day. We also have a non-alcoholic ticket. This is a 21 and over event, so everybody there must be 21 or over. But we also have a non-alcoholic ticket available. It's about half price, and so you can enjoy everything except the beer. And so, but we have a lot of people that do just come out and enjoy the music and just a nice Saturday afternoon as well. And there's also a different little VIP ticket too, where you can get sampling of some of the beers that aren't being given to the public. We've had
the secret beers.
The secret beers that some of our brewers are like, hey, we'll provide a special, a few extra flavors to the VIP tent, and they have different little elevated hors d'oeuvres and snacks and things in there as well. So, yeah, hopsinthehills.com. You can find out all the tickets. It's 5 to 9 on June 13th, Saturday, June 13th, in Maryville's amphitheater at the Greenway Center. So, it'll be a lot of fun.
And then going back to the Beer Olympics, if people want to take part in that, do they need to sign up ahead of time? Any extra cost for that?
There's no extra cost for that, and you can sign up on site there. We'll have the different stations set up, and people can sign up then to participate. But I'm interested to see it. There'll be a lot of egos, people thinking they can do this and get out there, and I'm sure there'll be a little side bets on the way, and I think it'll be a lot of fun just to make fun of your friends if they try out for it.
I feel like the Beer Olympics are probably going to become a permanent part of Hops in the Hills. I'm just saying, it sounds like they're going to be fun. Anything else people should know about this event? I think it's just an opportunity to explore downtown Maryville. There's plenty of food, plenty of parking in the area, and one of the things we are excited to bring about coming up at the end of July. There's been talk about for the last couple of years about the Armory. The Armory was torn down and then rebuilt, and so they're planning on doing an opening late July, early August of the Armory. It's going to have bowling, dart lanes. It's going to be a nice indoor activity facility that we have in downtown Maryville. Blount County has always been known for its outdoor activities, hiking, horseback riding, fishing, and there's been a need for people I want indoor activities as well. Mm-hmm. And this is a great opportunity in downtown just to explore the Armory and the downtown activities we can do inside, restaurant, bar, like as I said, bowling, darts, and some other little intricacies that they've got planned. Yeah, I've seen a lot of chatter about this on social media, so I know folks are excited about it, that's
exactly.
for sure. And, I think we should talk about, in case people aren't familiar with Blount Partnership, why do you exist? What is your goal and purpose?
Well, the Blount Partnership is really a conglomeration of the Chamber of Commerce, Tourism Development, and Economic Development. And so what we do is try to really promote the community as a whole. Economic Development works on bringing jobs and industry and to the county and to help promote the tax base. And tourism development really promotes on working on sales tax, bringing income in from sales tax. And the Chamber of Commerce is obviously the voice of small business in the community, because the business people that supply these jobs, they need help when it comes to advocacy with the local, federal, and state governments, finding out what's going on. And so we have a staff that works together. Our staff's about 25, and so we all work together to help promote the good things in Blount County and really promote all the assets that we have from workforce development, making sure that there's plenty of jobs for the 1,500 kids or so that we have graduating annually from our public schools, making sure that there's opportunities for them to create careers and living space in Blount County, and so they don't have to go to the Charlottes or Cincinnatis to find careers. They can stay at home and get those. And so that's really what we do. We really try to help promote community access and great community vibes in the area.
And one of the things that, as part of this promotion of Blount County advocacy for people living there, you all have taken a stand against data centers. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Our stance is not necessarily against all data centers. I mean, this is the world we live in, the world of the cloud, everything we do on our phones, mobile devices is all operated from the AI data centers or just data centers in general. And so what we've worked on for probably the last 10 years, we've been approached by many companies about wanting to come to Blount County to invest in a data center. And the leadership from both the cities and county have kind of pushed back against that because they feel like it's not something that's really inclusive for where Blount County wants to be, especially this specific parcel of land that's been available. And so data centers are, they've proven to be great for increasing the database, but it doesn't take a lot of employees to use it. They do use a lot of resources that Blount County really doesn't have the availability to provide. But also, we like to make sure that when we're doing our economic development, making sure that there's a wide variety, just as you invest wisely in your retirement portfolio where you have investments in different areas, that's what we try to build our economy on. So we're not just all focused on auto manufacturing. Denso is one of our largest employers in the area. And so even when we got them, we still made sure we were diversified, and we brought in Cirrus Aircraft, we brought in Smith & Wesson, so we would try to become recession-proof. And so what we want to do is find the right company, the right fit to fit into this spot. So even if it isn't just one large company locating there, maybe it's a couple of mid-sized ones that could work into this industrial park area so that they're well diversified and bringing in more higher-paying jobs from that perspective. And that's what we're looking for, rather than just one big thing that is kind of there, but it's more aesthetic, especially in that location. It's kind of in the heart of downtown near Alcoa and the Maryville city line. And so we're just trying to make sure that it fits with how the economy needs to grow in Blount County.
Well, certainly this is such a hot topic right now. I imagine this is not the last discussion that we'll be having about this. But thank you for your perspective on this. And just another quick reminder before we let you go about the exact time and location for Hops in the Hills.
Sure, Hops in the Hills, is going to take place on Saturday, June 13th, 5 to 9 p.m. at the Maryville Greenway Amphitheater. Tickets are available at hopsinthehills.com, and we look forward to having as many people want to come as we can. So it'll hopefully Todd's weather forecast will help us out, and we'll have a great Saturday.
Certainly, we'll hope for that AB day, as Todd says, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Jeff. We certainly appreciate it. Good luck on that event. And thank you so much for joining us for this 10 About Town podcast. Of course, remember, you can always watch 10 About Town weekdays at 4 on WBIR. Meantime, we'll have more streaming coming up after this.